sites. I'll mark out this support here. Okay, you may not have time to go to the lower time frame to show you that support, but if you are in our mentorship, you know how that area is actually a support. So we wait for price to break out of that area, retest day, and push continuations to 2639 ounce. Okay, all the way to the downside. Okay, so those are FOREX right here. Welcome back to our channel. So this is our usual weekly market forecast for the week of the 2nd of December to the 6th of December. So happy new months in advance, guys, or happy new months due to whenever you are watching this video. Okay, and we usually give shout outs for our base comments for the week. So our base comment for last week was from Adam Isaac 8731. okay, he said, you simplify the complicated with love. Okay, so you can see there, and which is actually what we do on this channel. Okay, we try as much as possible to simplify trading from any complicated form that it may look, and make it simple for anybody to understand. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. Okay, so you can see on gold, okay, just like you saw on the before video, and this week. Okay, so for last week, actually on gold, you can see we had some zones here. Okay, we had some zones here which we were looking for price to sell to the downside. We marked out our upper zone, our lower zone, so price clearly gave us that break, that retest that we're looking for, and pushed to the next level, which was our 2614 ounce. Okay, so you can see how just like the comment of Mr. Adam Isaac said, okay, we try to make trading very simplified, okay, for anybody to understand. Okay, not with so much jargons, and we stick to only the things that you need to make money from the forex market. So you can see how we predicted gold into precision, which I'm going to add the befores and the after somewhere around in this video. So moving ahead for this week. Okay, for this week on gold, we are going to start from our monthly time frame, since this is actually a new month. Okay, so we have to know how last month actually closed. Okay, so it's always very necessary you know how the monthly time frame candle close before you could move ahead. So you can see here, gold has closed bearish in a very long while. Okay, gold has been giving series of higher highs, higher lows, okay, until this area, which it gave us that massive pump without no highs nor lows. Okay, so this is apparently like the first bullish bearish candle pattern on the monthly time frame after a very long while, since like March, which is like apparently probably like 5 months back. Okay, so you can see that's our first bearish candle there. So we go to our weekly candle, see how it also closed. You can see this weekly candle closed bearish, so that means our directional bias would also slide down to more off to the downside. Okay, just like we have been anticipating. So here on the daily time frame, nothing much. So we go to our 4-hour time frame, which is where, just like I said last week, we predicted these two zones. Okay, I did this live with you guys on last week video. You saw me plot this area even when there were no zones. Okay, so these are the things that we preach and teach on our mentorship. Okay, we make these kind of things easy and simple for you to be able to plot. Okay, so if you can cook our mentorship, it's also for your best interest. So you can see we had this first zone, but even I myself, actually I wasn't actively on the chart at the time this happened. Okay, so I actually missed this trade, but a lot of you also made money from it, which also you guys sent me screenshots and thanking me for showing you guys the zones of taking possible sales too. So we also did that. This second zone, we also had the second zone, which I'm currently selling gold. Okay, like I said, which I'm currently selling gold on the second zone. I said I'm not going to miss gold, okay, when we get to the second zone. So I personally actually missed this first move, so apparently I'm not missing this second move. So after this bearish engulfing candle, after having this reversal candle here, I have my stops above there, and I'm targeting my first level target, which is more than a 1:2, okay, which is all the way down that zone. And for this week, you can be patient enough. You can also follow me to sell all the way from here and also take profit here. And if you're a same trader like myself, or you wish to add more positions, you can wait for the break, retest of that area, and the push continuations to our next level, which is 2543 ounce, okay, all the way to the downside. So actually those are our bearish sides of gold. So just like I anticipated here, price will pull back. This pullbacks, we would have also made money from it, but I really trade retracement. Okay, I understand the trend, and it's based to always wait to trade the trend. So we're currently selling gold all the way to the downside. So first level target is here, and if price also clears here, you can also add new entries or have a new trade all the way to the downside. So that's it for the bearishness. And for the bullishness, okay, for the bullishness also, if price gives a good close, okay, a good close above here, retest, and you can target to this first level. But if you may ask me, I would actually be favoring the downside in this. Okay, so we stick to the downside of things. If price also goes bullish, we will still know how to take advantage of it. Okay, so that's why you see me taking time to make this analysis on gold, because this is going to take a long time to happen. We don't know how fast or how soon it's going to happen, and for us to have the best of entries, just like I did for you guys for last week and even weeks before. Okay, so that's it for gold for this week, and up next is AUDUSD. Well, we now have that retracement, and mind you, we are still very much on holding AUDUSD sales all the way to the downside. So if we are interested in trading AUD sales, I'm currently holding AUD sales from last week all the way to the downside. So first level target for AUD is our 0644 area. Okay, so for this week, what you'll be looking for people that are yet to enter this trade, just hopefully wait for price to break these zones, okay, this daily and weekly area of interest, break, retest that zone, and you go for your first level, which is a 10644 ounce. AUDUSD, hope you can see how we predicted AUDUSD last week. Okay, so I told you guys I was selling AUDUSD as at last week. Okay, so you can see that drop there, that nice drop, and some fundamentals also happened here, which helped us take profit there. And also we had more like 2 trades, which also signals were also being sent to our free Telegram community. So if you are not on a free Telegram community, please do want to smash the subscribe button, click on the link on the description to join our free Telegram community. There we send free forex educational content and signals too. So I'll post the signals which we sent on the free Telegram community the before and after, somewhere around in this video, for AUDUSD. Okay, so for this week, okay, for this week, more like AUDUSD, though we had some good trades too on AUDUSD, but you can now see AUDUSD is very much on a range. Okay, so when they are ranges like so, what do? Okay, we have to be patient enough for price to break out of the highs, retest, and push continuations to the upside. Okay, so we also have a trend line which is coming here all the way from, if you look, let's squeeze our screen, all the way from up here. Okay, we have a trend line coming there. So price is yet to break out of that trend line. Okay, so if price breaks out of this trend line, retest and push continuations to the upside. So where is our next level target? So I'll put the line there. Okay, our next level target is looking left. We can see a resistance area like so, so it's quite far, okay, all the way to the upside. Okay, but price could just stop somewhere around here, because mind you, this pullbacks is actually a retracement. Okay, these pullbacks are actually retracement. It's not the actual trend. The actual trend is bearish, but this bearishness and the bullishness, we can also take advantage of it if price reverses to the upside. So first level targets could be somewhere around here. We have a minor zone. Okay, you have a minor zone somewhere around here. Okay, like so. So first level target could be that zone. Let's make it this way. Could be that zone. Then we can go all the way to the upside. Okay, for AUDUSD. But for now, we have to be super patient enough for price to clear that highs before we could determine that price is willing to break out of this trend line and also retest it before the bullish continuations. So that's it for AUDUSD. So for NZDUSD, okay, last week we actually predicted, like I said, I told you guys we had some good sales. I've been swinging a lot of trades. Like I said, I'm going to add this somewhere around in these videos. Okay, some screenshots from you guys. Okay, so which and some trades were being swung to the downside. Yes, we were actually looking forward for the downside of price. Price has been creating series of highs, okay, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. So we can now see price has started clearing some highs, some previous highs here. Okay, so price has now cleared this other previous high. So what we are expecting price to do is a retest here and a push continuations to the upside. Okay, so you can even see, even before this happened, okay, to blow your mind, this was being notified to me by my mentee. Okay, it's my mentee that actually called my attention to this trade, okay, which he was monitoring himself. So this is just a mentee of mine that has been trading with us for just 2 weeks, okay, into our mentorship. Already he's able to spot zones which he can take good trade entries from these zones, which I also am going, I'm going to add the chart or the screenshots which he sent me the signal himself, okay, all the way predicting this bull run, okay, this retest and the continuations even before price happened. Okay, so you can see how this thing, I'm not just the only one doing it. Even our mentees of just 2 weeks into our mentorship, which we are even yet done with our mentorship, is already able to send signals for himself and even for me too. Okay, so moving forward for this week, okay, we can see price, all right, we already have that retest, so we are looking for a breakout here which has already happened, a retest and a push continuations to this first level of the 0.59 area to the upside. Okay, so that's actually it for NZDUSD. And for the bearish side, okay, because it's always important to give both bullish and bearish sides of price. Okay, so for the bearish side, okay, actually a quick one, price could break here, right? Price, you have to be patient enough for price to clear the support, okay, break and push continuations to the downside. So those are our bullish and bearish scenarios. Do well to mark out these levels on your phone, your PC, or whatever device you are using to trade. Okay, so our next is the DXY. Then for the bearishness, we have to be patient enough for price to clear the support, okay, which this recent support that has been created, break, retest, and the push continuations to our 104 area. Okay, for the DXY, you can see, looking at the monthly time frame, like I said, this is a new month of December, so it's always important to look at how the monthly time frame close and how the higher time frame candlesticks actually close. So we have some weak here, some massive weak drawdown or pullbacks to the downside, and mind you, price is actually respecting these two resistance in which we have here. Okay, so that's why we're having that retracement or pullbacks to the downside. So we go to our weekly time frame to see how price closed. Okay, we can also see how price closed here with this massive bearish engulfing candle to the downside on the weekly time frame. So we go all the way to, let's check our daily time frames. Okay, so these are also areas that we have anticipated price to be getting to those areas. So this is the next level target, okay, which is the 105267 area, and a monthly area of interest which is a 104242 area. Okay, so but let's go to our 4-hour time frame to simplify this as much as possible. Okay, for a DXY for last week, apparently though we were actually looking for a bullish side of things from here, but price sometimes can be funny and had its way. And mind you, if you also look at my screen, most times you always see me write some area of interest or stuff like this. So this was actually our monthly area of interest. So that's why most times when price gets to our monthly or weekly area of interest, which are the higher time support and resistance, price mostly range, okay, which is what we saw here price do for the meantime. Okay, so apparently price did not go to the upside. Okay, so price rather went for the bearish side of things, which we also predicted, which I'm going to add somewhere around in this video. Okay, so during the week when we saw price coming down, okay, when we saw price coming down, our usual thing, okay, we saw that price coming down, so we went for a break, a retest, and that's why we're targeting this next level 0.05 and our next support level there, which is 104.81. okay, so these are actually the zones that you should be looking out for. So do well to mark out these zones on your PC or whatever device you are using to trade. So up next is Euro USD. Euro USD has been okay, just like we predicted last week. Okay, we actually wanted price to come here, drop. Okay, we actually had bullish and bearish sides. So apparently, if you were actually watching our video, except to a scalper, you might have made some money or taken advantage of this area, okay, and left as soon as possible. People that are scalpers that trades between the 15 minutes and the 1 hour time frame, this is still good profit of about 20 to 30 pips, okay, of moves, okay, but we do a lot of pips more than that. Okay, so for this week, okay, and during the week we saw price seem to wanting to change direction, okay, because you can also see on that previous video my mentee also mentioned something called a divergence. So we have something more like a divergence here occurring in most of the pace, okay, across board. So we had to use this as our levels for reasons for entries, which also signals were also being sent beforehand, and I also sent projections beforehand before all the stress played out, which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video, and it was sent to the general group. So that's why I said if you are not on a general group, please do well to click on the description below to join, so that you can also benefit from trade projections like this that we also, and signals that we also send beforehand, and make money for yourself. So we're actually swinging Euro USD to the upside, and though we have two levels of entry, which price there was this break here from this zone, the retest and the push continuations to the upside, which we took advantage later on Friday. Okay, so we are expecting more push to the upside for Euro USD, and a breakout of these highs too. If price is able to break out of these highs, give us that retest, then we can go for our bullish sides. First level target would be our 1.06, and our second level target is 1.07 area. Okay, so those are actually our bullish sides for Euro USD, and for the bearish sides, we are patient enough for price to clear these lows, okay, retest there and push continuations to the downside. So we can go for Euro USD, we can put a line there, okay, you can put a line there like so. So that's, if price goes to the downside, that would be our targets like so. Okay, so let's also look at how the weekly and the monthly time frame actually closed. Okay, it's also very important. Okay, you can see here on the monthly time frame we close with this massive bearish candle with a massive wick to the downside. So also on the weekly time frame, you can see price closed super bullish to the upside, facing the upside, and we can see our areas of interest, which I have marked here. Okay, so these things I do them once in a while because I've tried to simplify them as much as possible to make it super easy for myself and my mentees, just to, as you guys have seen, to be able to do this, replicate the same thing as easy as we do it. Okay, so we are moving forward. So that's it for Euro USD. Up next is a GBP USD. So GBP USD, we are going to start from a monthly time frame. We look at how price actually closed. We have price closing with this more like a doji candle, okay, this week's to the downside. So nothing much on the monthly. Let's check our weekly time frame. Okay, so we have this weekly time frame, price we are rejecting to the upside with this massive bullish engulfing candle, bullish candle to the upside. So we can keep scaling down. Okay, so we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good days of bullishness on GBP USD. Okay, already. So we go over to our 4-hour time frame, okay, which we do our analysis and stop there. Okay, so also on a 4-hour time frame, you can see price has this trend line, okay, all the way to the upside that crosses that zone like so. So we are expecting price Okay, we are expecting price to break out retest, which it has done on that trend line already, and a push continuation to the upside. And these are actually signals that I had already sent, or projections that were already sent on the free Telegram community, which I'm going to add this well on in this video. Okay, but once we saw price giving us some of our chart patterns, which I've already spoken about in other videos. Okay, you can watch my other videos concerning chart patterns. Okay, and you can also see something more like a double bottom or a double U there. Okay, so price also break out of that area, rather tested this trend line, which we're having all the way from the upside. I rarely use trend lines, but I just have to use it to simplify things for you guys. Okay, so where is our next possible areas? Price is already on a very good zone. Okay, price is already on a very good zone. You can just buy GBP USD like so from here, then target these next levels all the way to the upside. Okay, but if you want to, you are a day trader, scalper, and you want to get the best entries of it, okay, we can go as low as our 15 minutes time frame to show you guys that we know what we are doing here. So we have some zones here which I have already marked out. Okay, so we can expect price to do a push into that zone and push continuations to the upside. So if that happens, you can even have a tighter stop. Okay, you can even have a tighter stop on the new low that will be created here. All right, then you can go for your 1:2, 1:3 or whatever that you choose to go for. Okay, so that's actually our bullish side of things for GBP USD, and for the bearish side, we have to be patient enough for price to break these zones. Okay, we test the push continuation to the downside, then we can target our 1.248 levels. Okay, but if you may ask me, I would be favoring the upside more than the bearish side for now. But mind you, this bullishness is actually a retracement. Okay, so each time price comes to these areas of interest, okay, that's why you guys see me write it down here. Okay, so that's actually our area of interest, our weekly area of interest. So when price comes to those areas, it's very ideal you take your profits. Okay, so that's it for GBP USD for this week, and up next is a USDJPY. Bearish side, we have to be patient for price. These zones that we were looking for last week, for price to break out of that area, retest, and the push continuations to a 151 area. Okay, JPY, you can see for last week, actually we actually gave the bullish and the bearish sides of price. Okay, but we are rather wait for the bullish side of price. But if you actually watch our video and followed our rules on the video, you might have not lost any money. But I myself, because I had already had a trade just before market open, so I had my stop loss below here, so we were actually taken out here for the bullish side because of these engulfing candles. So but if you're looking for or looking towards our bearish side, which most of you also made good use of the bearish side, which signals were also being sent even during our live session. A lot of people also mentioned how the wait for the bearish side, they make money. Okay, so there are also possibilities that you could even make money while I'm not. Okay, with our signals. But so you can see how price did well. Price rather favored the downsides of our break and retest and the push continuations to these zones, which was our first zone, and thereafter to these zones, which is actually our second zone. Okay, if you look deep inside, okay, you would spot that break and retest. But if you can't spot it, that's why you need mentorship. Okay, if you can't spot that break and retest from that area, currently when I'm here on the 4-hour time frame and you can't spot it from here, okay, that's why you need mentorship and someone to show you that knows how it works and and how you can also use these things to make positive trades for yourself. So where are the next level targets for USDJPY for this week? So I'll mark out the zone here. Okay, body to week like so. I'll mark out the zone there, which price has already rejected. Okay, so we are looking for price to do something like this on that zone. Okay, we could still have another pullback to give us a double top, or this pullback is already okay, and we can target first level this area 149 area, then we can go as deep as our 146 area. Okay, so let's check how many pips of a move that is. Okay, all the way to the downside, more than 300 more than 380 plus pips to the downside. That's why we say we predict 500 to 1,000 pips into the future. Okay, so that's it for the bearish sides. And for the bullish sides of things, we have to be patient enough for price to play these highs. Okay, we test there and the push continuations to these faith zones like so. Okay, so that's actually the bullish and the bearish sides of things for USDJPY. The last but not the least, USDCHF. So USDCHF, I think for like a week or two now, we haven't analyzed USDCHF. Okay, since we took this loss from here, which we were looking for price to go down. Okay, so I think for like a week or two, we haven't analyzed USDCHF because USDCHF has not been giving us what we have been looking for. Okay, but during our weekly market forecast, okay, during the week, I sent some good trade projections even before price played out of these zones, of price going up to these zones and price coming into these zones. Okay, and a break out of these levels, a retest there and a push continuations to the downside. Okay, though I myself am not on this trade, okay, because I am not just ready to trade USDCHF. Like I said, a lot of you take good people that join our live session during the week, because we have the live session during the week, also make money from this. Okay, so where is our next level target, which I'm going to add the before after. This was also sent as a projection on the free Telegram group, the general Telegram group. So if you were there, you probably might have made money for yourself. Okay, so we also, with our strategy, we know when these things are going to happen and we anticipate them beforehand. Okay, so imagine you seeing, is more like you seeing the future. Okay, which is why most of you call me the prophetic analyst though. Okay, so here, this is the zones that we're looking for price to come into. Okay, which price is definitely bearish all the way to the downside, and the second level, which is at 0.8695 area to the downside. So these are actually our bearish sides for USDCHF, and that is it for this week, guys. And if you are not on our free Telegram community, click on the link on the description below to join, and also drop a like, a comment. Your comments will also go a long way to supporting this channel, to helping the algorithm, to sharing this content or notifying this content to other people that are interested in such content. And this week's shout out once again is for Adams Isaac 8731. Okay, he said you simplify the complicated, with a love emoji there. So if you want to get a shout out from us on our next video, okay, you can be creative or drop a shout out for us, or drop your comments, your sincere comments, how well our weekly market forecast videos has helped you in your analysis, and we could pick your comment and be reading it out here, giving you a shout out on our next video. And that'll be it for this week, guys. Once again, happy new month in advance, or happy new month currently due to whenever you're watching this video. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.